Hi and welcome to Eco Recruitment's video presentation of how to create a great CV. My name's Jason Downs and I'm Managing Director of Eco Recruitment. I've been recruiting since approximately 2004 and in that time I've seen on average 20 to 30 CVs come across my desk each day, which adds up to well over 100 CVs on a weekly period. So of these 100 CVs, I have to make a decision very quickly as to who I've got time to meet with and who I don't, and I base this on who is best suited to the position and the criteria that we've set. So before we look at how to actually create your CV, I want you to consider what is the purpose of a CV. Do that right now. Stop and take a moment. What is the purpose of a CV? Okay, stop right there. So if you answered something like, the purpose of a CV is, it's like a professional biography. I get to put all my jobs and all the things I've ever done for every single job. I would say, I don't think that's quite right. To cut to the chase, the purpose of a CV is to get you an interview, and that's it. Once you've managed to get the interview and you're through the door of your future employer, it's really up to you as to whether or not you will succeed in getting the job. But until that point, it's really up to the CV. It's the only thing representing you, and it's the only thing that's giving you a chance to get the first interview. To begin with, I'd like to share a few tips with how to create your CV. First of all, understand and remember the purpose of this document is to get you an interview. Second of all, keep it simple. Thirdly, keep it short. And finally, be truthful. Okay, so now we have to actually create the CV. For simplicity's sake, I've broken a CV into two parts. The first being the summary page, and the second part being your work history. On the summary page, it's quite straightforward. Begin with your name at the top, your specialisation, if applicable, and your job title. Then go on and list your qualifications. This is one of the first things that future employers will look for. Are you qualified for the position? Beneath that, you can put a summary. And within the summary, you can take some liberty to answer the criteria of the position. So here, you might find you're able to really highlight why you feel you're well suited to this job. Keep it to about 2 paragraphs, no more. And beneath that, you can put some key skills. And again, words that highlight what is needed for this job. And that could be pieces of software that you use. It could be specific professional experience that you have, but key skills that are relative to the job that you're applying for. Okay, and the work history section. I would say begin with the most recent job at the top, so in reverse chronological order. If you choose to put the month and the year for each position, then do that consistently throughout your CV. Put the company name, and then beneath that, put your job title. Very straightforward, very clear, and easy to read at a glance. Within the actual work history part for each company, break it into two parts. The first being a 1-paragraph description of the company. Not everyone is going to know where you worked and what those people do. So that 1 paragraph should very simply state the core business that that organisation was involved in. The paragraph beneath that was your role within the context of that organisation, so what you were doing. And beneath that, if you wish to put some bullet points, they might be around key projects, your key responsibilities. But keep it limited, only put 4 or 5. So you've got 2 paragraphs followed by 4 or 5 bullet points, very clear. Do that for each position consistently. So now you have your CV complete. It should be in 2 parts, a summary page followed by your work history. The complete document should be no more than 4 pages, and ideally 2 or 3. Make sure you save it in Word format, and I recommend Word because most recruiters have software that takes keywords from the Word document and may not be able to do so from PDFs. If you're concerned about the fact that 2, 3 or 4 pages just doesn't give adequate description of who you are and what you do, put together an additional document as an addendum. This is the document that you can take along to the interview with you that can talk about specific projects or specific experience that you really feel needs to be documented. It's not necessary when you're applying for a job to put all of this in. People aren't going to have the time to look at it. We find that employers are looking for your qualifications, your most recent experience, and a good summary that shows why your experience is relevant to the position that they've advertised. With all of this in hand, we wish you the best of luck with your job search, and we'd encourage you to download our resume template from www.ecorecruitment.com.au.